Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on today's video. My name is Maureen Achu. Thank you guys. So guys, today we're going to be talking about the skills that you need as a carer, as a healthcare assistant. Before you dive into this profession, before you go for this job, it is very important for you to know that this job is not for the faint-hearted. This job is not just for everyone. This job is not for everyone that loves people. This job is for a particular breed of people, a particular kind of people, and you need to have some of these qualities for you to be able to work as a healthcare assistant. Of course, these qualities that I'm going to be mentioning today, you need it, to work almost in every field, in every kind of job, but particularly for a healthcare assistant, you need this so much. So let's just dive right into So number one, if you're not a compassionate person, I don't think this job is for you. To be honest, you need to know yourself. Are you the kind of person that really feels empathy? Do you feel people's pains? Can you, imagine yourself in the situation that this resident or the patient is in? You need to be a very compassionate person to be able to, work this job. It's not just about caring. You can be a very caring person. You can be caring because actually this is my job. This is what I ought to do. This is exactly what I need to do for this person. But do you have empathy? Empathy is one of the most vital skills that you need to be a good healthcare assistant. You need to see yourself in this situation, assuming I was in this situation, assuming maybe my sister or my brother is in this situation. What would I have done? You need to see yourself feeling the person's pain at that time to be able to do better for the person. So if you don't have compassion, it's very important for us to tell ourselves the truth, to know ourselves. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person. You might not be a compassionate person, but you're still a very good person. So know yourself, ask yourself this question: am I compassionate? Do I have empathy? Do I feel people's emotions? If you're that kind of person, then definitely this job, you can do it and you will excel in it if it is what you really like. The second skill that one should possess to become a healthcare assistant is patience. It comes with a lot of patience. You know how you take care of children, and sometimes they're running around shouting, screaming, and you're very patient. You're just trying to hold it together and not scream or shout. You just look at them like, oh, they're just little ones, they don't really know much. Yeah, you need to be a very patient person to be able to work with people with dementia, people with learning disabilities, people that don't have capacity, and even people that have capacity, because at the end of the day, some of these residents can do things that on a good day you would have felt like, oh my gosh, I can't take this is just getting out of hand. But you need to be the kind of person that is super patient. You need to understand that, see, you're working with a different person from different background with different orientation, and this person doesn't think like you. This person does not act as fast as you do. This person does not take decisions that you take. So you have to apply a lot, and at the end of the day, as a healthcare assistant, you're not even in a position to decide for this individual. So you need a lot of patience to be able to work with this resident or this patient. So patience is very vital. If you don't have patience, even when it comes to working with your colleagues in the office, you need a lot of that patience, because most of the times you find out that your manager is way too younger than you, and at most times you have to take your manager's instructions. You have team leaders that are way too younger than you are, and you have to go with their instructions. You have to come back to them to ask for their opinion before anything, like any decision, is taken. So you need a lot of patience. You're not going to say, oh, I used to be this kind of a person when I was back home in Africa, but is it because I came to work here that you're talking to me this way? Of course, in this country, a young person of 20, 21, 19 can call an elderly person by their names or give them instructions on what to do, especially if they're the ones leading the team, or if they're the manager, or if they're higher than them in at workplace. So you need to understand that, okay, this is work. I need to tolerate certain things. I need to be patient. And then while working with the residents or while working with your patients, you have to be able to be very, very patient with this person. I guess that is why they call them patients, because you need a lot of patience to be able to work with a resident that does not have capacity or needs support. Even a resident that has capacity but needs your support, you need to be super, super patient to be able to work this job. Caring has a lot to do with communication. Caring has a lot to do with you opening your mouth to be able to talk. Caring has a lot to do with you giving a listening ear to the person you're working, caring for, or the resident or patient. I don't know, I love to use this word, resident or patient. Yeah, caring has a lot to do with that, because assuming you're working with someone that has dementia, this person needs you to listen. This person can just, you can just walk into him or her and he will just be busy telling you, oh, how he went to World War in 18th century, or how he might just start telling you about his life when he was a young person, when he was working, when he was still very young. Or he might just tell you about his love life, his tell you about his kids. Just he might bring up things, tell you things about himself. They always have different things to talk about, and at the end of the day, they need someone to listen. They need someone to give them their own opinion, or also share in their stories. Or you might be with a resident who just wants to know you, who wants to know think more about you, who wants to know about your family, where you're coming from, what you've been up to, what your life has been like. And it is very important for you. That does not mean that you're gonna spill. You should use your discretion, but yeah, caring needs a lot of communication. You need to be able to understand your patient and to be able to know the right thing to say to your patient at the right time. So you should be a good listener. You should be a very good communicator. You should be a very good encourager. You should be someone that will be able to know the right thing to say at the right time for you to be a good carer. It is very important. Don't be that carer that maybe you're probably with a resident and the resident is talking, trying to tell you things, and you're busy, thinking of something else. You're not responding. You're not even, giving the person a listening ear. At the end of the day, the residents might, feel like, oh, next time I don't want to be with this person. This person is not nice. The resident might just see that, oh, he's just not nice. He's just not friendly. A resident feels more comfortable when he or she is talking and you're responding, or when he or she is asking a question and you just have something to say. And you can imagine if you're working with someone that has dementia and the person is telling you that, oh, this cup is yellow, and you look at it, you actually know the cup is yellow. It's in your place to say, yeah, this cup is yellow. Do you like it? It's in your place to ask him, do you like it? What do you think about it? Or to ask him, have you used it? It's in your place to, create room for more communication, because and it is also in your place to understand what your resident wants at that time. Does the person really want to have a chat? Will it make the person feel good? Does the person want to just sit down and watch a movie with you? Will it make the person feel all right? Does the person like for you to narrate movies while you guys are watching? While you're watching, some of them will be asking you questions. Oh, look at what happened, in this movie. Look at where this person is going to. What do you think about it? It's in your place as a carer to respond. You're not just gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm actually doing this for you. It's not like I really wanted to be here. I'm just here for you, so watch your movie while I just think, or while I just do my thing, or while I just sit down here and think about my life. So it's important for you to be present and to be very communicative. The fourth thing I want to say here is the willingness to work. I feel like as a carer, as a healthcare assistant, you should be ready to do your work at any time. You should be ready that once you move into work. Once you start up your shift, you should be ready for whatever goes on that day, because to be honest, there are no 2 days that are different. Some days are very easy, like super easy, and then some days are a bit difficult. Some days the resident that you're supporting might not really be in a good mood, or maybe the resident you're supporting is sick, or maybe the resident you're supporting is just like going to the loo like every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 20 minutes, every 1 hour. It is your duty as a healthcare assistant to be ready to put in the energy to do your work, to know your job, know what you're going to do for this person at every time, know when to call for help, know when to call the hospital if the need arises, know when to call the manager to report whatever is going on. It is very important for you to know what is going on with your residents, and if there's any changes, there's anything you need to do, it's very important for you to do. It's very important for you to know if your resident ate well. It's very important for you to make sure that personal care is done, that your resident is not smelly, because I feel like it is really bad for you to be with a resident that you're supporting and your resident is not clean, your resident is not looking all good. I mean, it's your work, it's your duty to make sure that this resident is clean, neat, has eaten, their money is well managed, their time is well spent, the necessary thing that he or she needed to have done that day has been done. It is very important to be ready at any time to know that, okay, this came up and we have to get this done. Whatever comes up that day, like I said, 2 days, there are no 2 days that are the same. Whatever comes up that day, you just know that, okay, this is what comes with the job. And it is also important for you to take personal care. Don't think personal care is out of it. When I hear people say, oh, I prefer mental health because you don't do personal care, what about the days that the person you're caring for falls ill? As a healthcare assistant, you're still gonna support the person, because yeah, of course, mental health, you're just supporting the person can actually do stuffs for themselves. You're just there to support. But what about the days that this person is not feeling well? You're gonna be there to support the person. If you're a support worker, you're gonna be there to support the person. So it is very important for you to know that whatever happens, be ready, be in for the job. So knowing your job and being very ready for your job is very, very important. The fifth one I want to say, which is not even the last, but I would like to end at this fifth, is to be very trustworthy and honest. I feel like it's necessary for you to be for the person you're working for to trust you, to believe that with you by his or her side that everything is gonna be okay. It's because this trust can build confidence in the person. The person will be able to confide in you, tell you things that ordinarily he could not have said. When a patient trusts the support worker or the healthcare assistant that is working with him or her, the person will be very ready to be able to open up to you on certain things, and it is now in your discretion to know if this is something that you need to let the manager know or the team leader know, or if the person just wants you to keep it to yourself or take some necessary action. Of course, there are some that you don't keep to yourself at all, especially when you know that it is going to be very harmful to this person. So the person you're supporting ought to be able to trust you so that they can confide in you. They should be able to trust you so that they can also allow you to take care of them when it comes to personal care. And also when it comes to honesty, I feel like it is very important for you to be honest to this person, because you're gonna be in charge of their monies. You're not gonna be in charge of their personal health, like taking them out and bringing them back in. So honesty is very vital. You need to ask yourself, am I honest enough to be able to take care of these people's finances, this person's finances? Am I honest enough to be able to go out with this person, and after the whole shopping or whatever we did with money, to be able to be accountable to this person? If you're not the kind of person that things you can be accountable, then this job is definitely not for you. Guys, in the comment section, what other skills do you think that one needs to make a good healthcare assistant? And I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.